The elevator's still out of service, but I heard the repairs were already finished.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Though the repairs have been completed, some facilities and services, like the Wi-Fi cable car, have recently been suspended due to safety concerns.
Safety concerns? What exactly do you mean?
Sorry. I don't know much about the specifics since the Wi-Fi cable car is operated under Porcelumex. You can contact their service hotline. Customer support will be able to provide you with more detailed information.
Then, is there another way to get to Siloon Bay?
As far as I know, there aren't any other routes available at the moment.
What a shame. I heard Siloon Bay is on the seaside, and the scenery at sunset is supposed to be stunning.
If it's a seaside view you're after, you could take the cable car to Lemnian Island. It offers a close view of the hollow, and since Porcelumex has staff stationed there, it's fairly safe.
Are you saying the edge of the hollow is somehow safer than a seaside residential area?
No. That's not what I meant.
I'm not trying to be difficult. Since I can't get to Siloon Bay, I suppose I'll just wander around the area for a while.
Thank you so much for your understanding.
Looks like the elevator's still out of service.
Siloon Bay is home to many who were left homeless after the fall of the old capital. Their living conditions aren't great, and they handle most of the hardest and most dangerous jobs in the hollow. If the inspection team were to catch wind of something sensitive from the locals there, it'd be a real headache for Porcelumex. So they went ahead and blocked the road entirely.
There must be other ways to get to Siloon Bay, right? After all, the elevator wasn't always here.
Exactly. That whole no other route nonsense is just something Porcelumex tells outsiders to fool them.
You can go around the mountain by taking the upper highway, and then head down from the other side. It'll just take a little longer.
It'll just take a little longer. Easy for you to say. We're not all made of pure muscle like you.
I guess I could probably carry both of you together.
Whoa, don't take it so literally. I was just complaining a little. But knowing how thorough that Damien from Porcelumex is, they might have even secured the mountain paths to keep people away from Siloon Bay.
Good point. Yuzuha and I will go check things out first, Belle. Let's meet up later at the mountain highway.
I wonder how things are going with Monato and Yuzuha. Let's go check.
We just have to follow this railway track to get to Siloon Bay. Watch out! There's security mechs patrolling up ahead.
We've got enemies. Be careful.
Don't go too hard, Monato, or people will notice the damage. Time for a surprise!
Can we implant the mech with memories of accidentally falling or something?
Don't be mad! Yeah!
All done. Let's go.
Hold on. Come with me for a sec.
Huh?
Oh, it's you.
Alice, don't be scared. It's us. Belle, it's you. You frightened me.
You were the one sneaking around behind us. And yet you got so scared like that. So what are you doing here?
Mizukinami, Mr. Komano, I'd like to help you with the Obscura investigation. I gave it some thought after heading back. If I'm part of the investigation team, but can't do anything, I wouldn't be able to ever forgive myself.
In case you forgot, you were brought in by Porcelumex. If they ever discovered you helped us, things could end badly for you. And if you always worry too much about living up to other people's standards, you'll only grow up to be a useless person someday.
You're worried Porcelumex might come after her, right? Still, you might have gone a little too far with your warning just now.
Nobody asked for your opinion.
Alice, are you really sure it's okay for you to join us? Thank you, Belle. Don't worry about me. Mr. Blackwood may be strict, but from what I've heard, he at least honors his contracts. And since what we're investigating isn't related to a safety issue, even if word gets out, I'll have my ways to handle it. Also, while what Miss Ukinami said earlier was fair, at its core, doesn't it still count as just another form of trying to measure up to other people's standards? As a member of the Timefield family, I take full responsibility for my choices. So please, there's no need to worry.
Alrighty, but you heard our plan. After investigating Siloon Bay, we'll likely be heading into the Hollow. That's not exactly the kind of place for a noble lady to take a stroll.
That's even less of a concern. One can't become a proper Hollow scholar without field research, so I've undergone professional sword training and Hollow survival drills since childhood.
Alright then, I've got no objections. What about you, Monato?
Welcome aboard. A patrol mech is approaching. Careful.
Alright, let's see what you've got.
You're breathing. Huh? Okay, I'll take care of it.
You're a real chatterbox, but you handle yourself well in a fight. Sure, leave it to me!
Oh, I appreciate it.
If you're not sure how to respond to Yuzaha, just don't. She won't get mad. Belle, you can give it a try too.
It's people from Porcelumex.
Shh. Let's try to avoid them and take a detour. As if all those security mechs weren't enough. Now they're sending in reinforcements?
Second assistant, you have successfully entered the Marcel maze.
Belle was always the one jumping around with Eos before. Eos's tiny legs can jump that high?
Master has expressed a similar assessment.
Nailed it.
Classic Phaethon!
Great job, Wise. Let's keep going.
Keep it up, guys. Once we get past here, it'll be smooth sailing.
Your weakness has been exposed. How much longer until we get to Siloam Bay?
We're almost there. We cross 2 bridges, follow a short path, and we'll reach the elevator.
Woohoo! Need my help, Yuzuha? And then we're there? Time for a surprise!
And then we'll be a third of the way there.
You're gonna pay! Adjust your breathing.
Now you see why I sometimes just want to punch him. Right, Belle?
All done. Everyone, let's move.
Yuzuha, here to pick up materials for Uncle Balrog again? Seems like you've been the one picking things up these days.
My dad's been having some back pain lately, so I've been running errands for him.
But if you keep skipping school, won't you get expelled?
You're one to talk. Careful, or I'll have Kama replace all your favorite Bubble Pop candy with rubber. Actually, we were supposed to be doing our Hollow internships these days. But since Lemnian Hollow's been unsafe lately, they ended up canceling everything and just marked us all as qualified.
Wow, your luck's still better than ever, huh? My brother failed his Hollow internship 3 times last year. For a while, just seeing the Hollow from a distance made him nauseous. Oh, right! What kind of materials are you picking up today, Yuzuha? Check out this piece of high-grade lumite ore I've got. Ajang snatched it from a white-haired ghost woman in the Hollow just last night.
What? A white-haired ghost woman?
That's right! He was hauling cargo in the Hollow for Porsalumex, and somehow stumbled upon a huge pile of lumite ore. So he started gathering the stones one by one, and then a shaky, wobbly figure started drifting toward him from a distance. It was a ghost woman with long white hair, bird-like wings, and golden feathers. But in the blink of an eye, she vanished. And just then, Ajang suddenly felt a shiver crawl down the back of his neck. Ow! Yuzuha, why'd you flick me? Weren't you the one who said that the most important part of the porcelain business isn't selling goods, but selling stories?
That story was awful. And didn't you go around last week telling everyone you heard strange moaning sounds on the mountain paths nearby? Your story sure changed quick.
That one wasn't a lie. Mello, Dante, and I all heard it, and not just once.
What? Strange moaning sounds? On the mountain path?
Uh-huh. You said that one wasn't a lie. Which means the ghost story's mostly made up, right?
You're trying to trick me again. But seriously, Ajang really did get spooked by something all pale and ghosty last night. I'm not making that up.
All right. I'll take this piece off your hands. When my dad turns it into jewelry, I'll give this story a proper rewrite, okay? I promise it'll be weird and thrilling enough. But in exchange, you've got to tell me something. Take a look at this piece. This was part of the last batch delivered to my place. Do you remember who brought it in?
That wasn't one of mine. Probably from Mello or Uncle Afang. Anyways, if there's nothing else, I'm gonna head out.
Let's go. Thanks!
So, are we going to go ask them one by one now?
Yeah, let's split up and ask around. Monato and I will go find Uncle Afang. And Belle, you go with Lady Alice to check with Mello. If it turns out to be his, make sure to get the exact time and place he found the piece.
Let's go. Whoa! Awesome! It's really fixed! little one. Can you tell us where this porcelain shard came from?
No.
Huh? It's important to keep your word, little one. You understand that, right?
But my mom said Porcelumex doesn't allow outsiders around here these days. So if I see any suspicious strangers, I'm not supposed to talk to them. And I never seen you before.
We're not really strangers. We're friends of Mystic Wares, the folks who often come here to collect materials.
That's right! Miss Yuzuha came here with us today. You know, the daughter of Mr. Ukinami Balrog, Mystic Wares' owner.
And you say you're not suspicious. Uncle Balrog's last name is Lee, not Ukinami. You didn't even know that Yuzuha was adopted. How am I supposed to believe anything you say?
So Yuzuha was adopted. No wonder her name feels so different from Uncle Balrog's. I thought it was maybe something to do with her mother's side.
You can trust them, Mello. They really did come here with me.
Yuzuha!
You know where this dark piece of porcelain came from, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Dante found it. He thought this piece of porcelain must be valuable, and I said it wasn't. That's how we got into a fight. He broke my toy, and I smashed his Denny gun. Is there something wrong with this piece of porcelain, Yuzuha? Dante didn't get himself into trouble, did he?
Things are a little complicated now, and I'm afraid Dante might be in serious trouble.
Huh? Oh no! What's going on? Can you help him? Belle! I didn't think you had it in you. Your little prank really impressed me. Mello, if you care about Dante this much, you should stop holding a grudge against him, okay?
So it was all a trick, huh? But I get it. I'll make up with him. Gotta run.
Now that we've got some more info, let's hurry and find Dante! Ukinami Balrog! I was dying trying not to laugh earlier. What a ridiculous name! Now I want to tell my dad, just to see his reaction!
Miss Ukinami, I'm truly sorry. We didn't mean to pry into your personal matters.
It's all right. Being adopted is just a fact of life. Besides, for someone like me who had nowhere to go, being taken in by someone as nice as my dad, I'd say I'm pretty lucky, don't you think? What I don't get is, couldn't a family as prestigious as the Timefields send someone else to Waifei Peninsula? Why did it have to be you?
Because there aren't many left of us in the family. My father passed away in an accident years ago, so now it's just me and my grandfather. And he's currently ill.
I see. Seems like things haven't been easy for you either. Anyway, you don't need to dwell on my background. Constantly apologizing makes you seem unsure of yourself. You're a noble lady, and you've had a great education. So, show some confidence, all right?
Yes, I will.
All right, then. Let's get going.
Where is Dante's place?
It's up there, very close.
Miss Isolde, do you think this Denny gun can be fixed?
Of course. I used to be in the military and have repaired guns much more complicated than this. The trigger link is misaligned, that's all. I'll just take it apart and realign it for you. All right, that should do it. Hand me a Denny, Dante. I'll fire a test shot.
Here you go.
Well, it seems our four friends over there sure know how to stay quiet. Perhaps I'll have to say, the next shot will be a live round!
Turns out you already knew we were here, Miss Isolde. Since you're a military representative, I didn't expect that you would violate Porcelumex's restrictions to come here.
Taking the initiative, I see. You seem like quite the experienced negotiator, Miss Bell. But you're right. I came to Siloon Bay in secret, just like the rest of you. Now that we all have a little leverage on each other, how about I start by showing some goodwill? I actually came here to visit Dante's family. His uncle used to be my comrade in the military.
Miss Isolde isn't a bad person, Yuzuha. Don't worry. She's come to visit us every year for as long as I can remember.
Ah, I see. Then there's nothing to worry about. Sorry if we sounded a little rude earlier.
It's all right. Staying cautious is a good thing. I'll be here waiting for Dante's mother to get off work. Feel free to take care of whatever you need nearby.
What's going on? Why is there a crowd in front of our house? Yuzuha? Monato? Oh, Miss Isolde! You're here too?
It's been a while, Aitana.
Yeah, it's already been another year. I can't believe you still made it to Siloon Bay given how strict Porcelumix has become lately. Why haven't you invited everyone inside, Dante? Hey, what are you doing with that gun again? Didn't you promise Mommy that you wouldn't play with that anymore?
But Aya and Mello both have toys. How am I supposed to be friends with them without my Denny gun? And I don't get it. Why do you want me to grow up and join the Defense Force, Mom? You little stinker! What did you just say? Get back here!
Sorry you had to see that.
Dante said he wants to join the Defense Force someday?
Yeah, he's always asking me to tell him stories about his uncle. To him, his dad is nothing special. It's his uncle who's the real hero, even though he had never met him.
How have you all been lately?
Well, we're getting by. His father and I both work, and now Dante's old enough to gather porcelain scraps with the other kids and make a bit of money too.
Here, take this. Use it to help with the household expenses.
Is this your money? Or compensation from the Defense Force?
Compensation from the Defense Force.
That's a lie. If the Defense Force were going to give us compensation, they would have done it ages ago. This isn't the respect my brother deserves. You can keep the money. Sometimes No, not just sometimes. Ever since the fall of the old capital, I've always felt that my brother died for nothing, and everything you all fought for was meaningless.
That's not true, Aitana. If it weren't for Maxim and the others who fought beside him, kids like Dante wouldn't even have the freedom to run on the beach today. Of course, after the fall of the old capital, not only did the Defense Force have to cope with heavy losses, but also public criticism for failing to contain the collapse, which continues to this day. The Defense Force has neither provided proper compensation to grieving families, nor upheld the honor of the soldiers who gave their lives. To me, that's a serious failure of duty. I'm sorry. You should have been able to live somewhere better. But there's nothing I can do.
The fact that you still remember your old comrades and come to visit me every year means a lot. I wasn't planning to bring up all this old stuff, but that little troublemaker got me all stirred up again. The past is the past. All we can do is let go of it, right? I still have Dante and his father, after all. I guess it's better to keep looking forward.
Yes, you're right. You still have so many important things in this world.
Yuzuha, sorry about that. I got caught up seeing an old friend and left you all waiting. Is there something I can help you with?
We actually came to see Dante. Just wanted to ask him about a piece of porcelain he found earlier. Nothing serious.
I see. He did go running off, but I can practically guarantee that he went to the beach. If you're not in a rush, feel free to come and sit down for a bit. He'll come back once he's calmed down.
Thanks, but we'll head down to the beach and check on him. Kids his age often have a lot more on their minds than we might think.
After hearing all that, I feel a bit different.
So, Miss Isolde used to be a soldier, and it seems like she's been through a lot.
Dante, so this is where you went.
Minato? Yuzuha? What are you doing here?
We came just to ask you about a piece of porcelain you found. Of course, we were also kinda worried about you, so we thought we'd check up on you.
If you wanted to cheer him up, Minato, then you shouldn't have mentioned the first part.
That's just how Minato is. Thanks, you guys. I know Mom is worried. What happened to my uncle still haunts her. She doesn't want to put anyone else in danger or see someone sacrifice themselves and not be respected for it. I know how much Mom's been through. Miss Isolde told me that after the fall of the old capital, many military families like ours were left struggling without their main source of support and had to drift from place to place. But I want to join the defense force to help make it better. Mom had to let go because she couldn't do anything about it, but I want to change that. I want to make sure they never hurt anyone again.
I'm pretty impressed, Dante. I didn't expect you to think about all this so deeply.
It really is a great dream.
Miss Isolde, what are you doing out here? Are you leaving already?
Yes, I just received a call, and someone from Porcelumex wants to meet with me. They're probably trying to probe the military's position again. I'd better head back quickly. Your mom is worried about you. If you aren't really mad at her, then you should head back soon.
Yeah, I know. By the way, Yuzuha, what was it you wanted to ask about the piece of porcelain?
Do you remember this? Where did you get it from?
Oh, that? I caught it when I was fishing from a boat 3 days ago. It was near that small reef island about 3 kilometers from shore. I was out there for a while and saw the shard drifting from the direction of the hollow.
If I'm not mistaken, this looks like a shard of an Obscura. Was it made in Waifei Peninsula? I think I get why you came to Sailoon Bay now. You don't need to explain further. There are some things I'd prefer not to know.
We're relieved to hear that.
I've got a question. Why would an Obscura shard drift out from the hollow in the first place?
Oh, Lemnian Island is actually connected to several water systems, and there are even underground rivers. This shard probably fell into the water and got swept out with the current. But since the hollow covers such a huge area, it'd be hard to pinpoint exactly where it drifted from.
Let's have Fairy map out all the nearby hollow exits later. But figuring out exactly which one the Obscura shard came from might still take some time.
There is actually a way to calculate where it came from. By the way, Dante, since your mom doesn't want you playing with a Denny gun, and it keeps breaking anyway, why don't you sell it to me? You can use the money to buy a new toy instead.
I mean, sure, I guess. But, Miss Isolde, what do you want a Denny gun for?
It might come in handy for these older folks. Here, Miss Bell, take it.
Miss Isolde? What are we supposed to...
Raise the gun and fire a shot far out toward the sea, in a direction perpendicular to the shoreline.
Look! The toy Denny you fired is floating on the water!
Start timing it now. After a while, it will drift back to shore. But due to the combined effects of the hollow's changing tides and the wind, it won't come directly back. It'll drift off course. Let me check today's hollow activity report. It's almost the same as it was the morning of 3 days ago. Plus, the wind speed in the area stays pretty stable during this season, so the conditions should be relatively equivalent. The toy Denny has about the same density as the Obscura shard, so once we measure where and when the Denny washes ashore, we can calculate the water's flow and work backwards to find the hollow's exit.
Wow. I don't really get everything you said, but it sounds like we're pretty lucky.
It's probably thanks to Yuzuha. She's always crazy lucky. Like, if it's raining and she forgot her umbrella, it would always stop by the time school's out. And once, she somehow got an extra bottle of soda every time she bought one from the machine for an entire month. Maybe that piece of porcelain drifted out of the hollow just because Yuzuha needed it.
What's up, Monato? What's with the,
Oh, it's nothing.
No way! You definitely have something on your mind. Out with it! 3, 2, 1!
It's nothing, really. I just suddenly remembered your last name.
Miss Ukinami's last name?
Oh, right. It's different from Dad's surname, Lee. He said it'd sound way too weird if I were named Lee Yuzuha. He wouldn't be able to forgive himself for giving a kid such a ridiculous name. So he gave me a name based on my own story instead.
Mr. Lee sounds like quite the interesting person.
So, Ukinami is a surname based on your history?
That's right. I drifted in from the sea, and my dad found me on the beach here in Sailoon Bay. Hence, Ukinami, floating on the waves.
I see. So, were you in a shipwreck before that?
No. Didn't you know? There's actually a dragon palace inside the Lemnian Hollow. And I'm the princess. Every day, I lived happily under the care of my loyal retainers. But one day, a lost traveler wandered into the palace and told me all about the human world beyond its walls. I decided to leave with him on a whim. But once I arrived in the human world, I forgot where the Dragon Palace was and ended up becoming what you all call an orphan.
That kind of sounds like a Lemnian Hollow version of some old legend or folktale.
Not kinda sounds like. It is one.
Oh, come on. Just because you've heard me tell this story before doesn't mean you have to ruin the moment like that. Still, it is kind of amazing. The tide always seems to carry all sorts of things to this beach. Me, that Obscura shard, we both ended up here the same way.
Phew, we finally managed to calculate it. I've nearly forgotten everything I learned about terrain analysis in the military after not using it for so many years.
Thank you for your insights, Miss Isolde. You've been a great help.
No need to thank me. Miss Timefield, you look much more lively than back at the banquet. Seems being around someone your own age really does make a difference. All right, everyone. I'll be heading off now. Make sure to take care of yourselves.
All right. Since we've pinpointed where the Obscura floated out of the hollow, how about we head in and take a look?
Great idea. There's still some time before nightfall. Even just scouting ahead a bit would be good.
Miss Yuzuha, are you going into the hollow? Then take our boat. Mello and Ayuba would be happy to help out however they can.